A beautiful look at Furman University here in Greenville, South Carolina. The Furman Paladins set to host the VMI Keydets. The Paladins looking to avenge an earlier season loss up in Lexington, Virginia. Bryant Lambert alongside Terrence Oglesby with you. And Terrence, similar styles between these two teams. They like to run it with the bigs down low and get outside the arc.
Absolutely, and you look at number one, Jake Stevens, 6'10", 265 pounds, and he operates both close to the basket and far away. Initiate a lot of their offense through him on the perimeter. An excellent passer as well.
For the Paladins, a senior out of Summerville, South Carolina, is Jalen Slauson, standing at 6'7", 218.
It's going to be size and strength against quickness and athleticism, and he presents the athleticism part of the equation. Slauson is excellent, and he's going to have to use that quickness to go up against his matchup.
The Paladins coming in at 6-2 in the Southern Conference, just a half game behind Chattanooga, who is hosting Wofford tonight up in Tennessee. VMI 4-4 in Southern Conference play. They almost knocked off the Mocs at home, had a 1-point lead late in that game. Chattanooga came back to get a win. So this is a game that a lot of people have been circling. VMI 3 straight against the Paladins. Furman dominant at home. Something's got to give here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an excellent game. Two teams that play very similar. Focus on their big guys and sharp cutting around the perimeter. Kaufman for VMI is an excellent shooter and scorer. They have high-level scoring on the perimeter, as does Furman. This is going to make for a high-scoring, excellent matchup.
Furman comes in near 80 points a game. At 78, VMI just a tick under 80 at 79.9. The tap's controlled by VMI, and we're underway here from Greenville. Here you see the starting lineup for VMI. Bottom, another player to watch. A lot of weapons for this VMI offense. VMI comes in averaging just 2 in double digits, but over 9 points a game. Bottom and Conway right under 10. Stevens and Kerfman up near 20 as the shot clock down to 5. Over to Jake Stevens. He'll take a three-pointer to start things off and knock it down. Jake Stevens right on the money, comes in averaging 44% from behind the arc.
And Furman doing an excellent job defensively of getting in front of the post and making them make decisions on the perimeter. But those are the problems that VMI presents with Jake Stevens because he's such a quality shooter from beyond the arc.
Tried to lob to Marcus Foster off the mark quickly into the front court for the Keydets. Three-pointer on the far side. Kerfman off the mark, and it's going to be a jump ball possession to the Paladins. In their first matchup, you see Darren Earl in his 7th season. He coached the Keydets to a 76-67 victory over the Paladins. That was a game Coach Bob Ritchie missed. They were anticipating the birth of their 3rd child, and it was associate head coach Jeremy Groh coaching in that game. Coach Ritchie obviously back for this one. So, Terrence, something to watch out. Paladins with their full strength. And it wasn't just Coach Ritchie that was missing. It was Jimmy Williams and others in that game as others were following protocol, but Coach Ritchie back on the sideline as he's adding to that win total that's going up quickly. He's the fastest Furman coach to 100 wins.
Currently 2nd in the SoCon, and VMI Coach Earl was last year's SoCon Coach of the Year, an excellent coach in his own right, an excellent player during his time playing collegiately and in the professional ranks. Spent some time both in the NBA G League, did a couple of NBA training camps, and obviously didn't make it to the league, but spent a lot of time overseas as well. An excellent coach in his own right.
Nice pass to Alex Hunter, gets the Paladins on the board. Give the assist to Conley Garrison. Talk about a player that's made a big-time contribution. D2 transfer Garrison, one of the smartest players. Coach Ritchie saying he coaches always at the right spot, right time, and gets hands on balls defensively. Down the left side, off the mark, and here comes Slauson. Slauson, a big-time performance against Wofford on Saturday night.
And in transition is where you're going to be able to make things happen if you're Furman. Stevens, as you see, a little bit laid out to contest. That's a shot that Marcus Foster is going to have to hit today.
Marcus Foster had double digits in that 75-50 Furman victory over the Terriers. A dominant win on Saturday night. Here's Kerfman. He'll take the long three-pointer and knock it down.
Big-time scorer is Kaufman. The North Bethesda native, over 17.5 points a game. He can get hot in a hurry. Had 27 earlier this year against Marist. An excellent player in his own right and benefits from the up-tempo style of play that VMI likes to employ.
That's 2 3-point shooters above 40% on the season. That's the first turnover of the game for the Paladins. Series history, mentioned VMI winning the last 3. Furman dominating the series overall with that decisive advantage, but a long-standing rivalry between these two schools. VMI, of course, joining the Southern Conference again back a few years ago.
You're going to keep an eye on one thing. The guy setting the ball screen right here, his ability to slip screens and make good decisions, what makes him dangerous. Ball pressure is key for Furman whenever they're guarding the ball screen to make VMI hesitate when making their decisions. Jalen Slauson early is active early.
Kerfman inbound right in front of us. 8 on the shot clock. Joe Anderson in for the first time, sophomore to Maryville, Tennessee. He's a player every game, Terrence. You see him just start coming into his own more and more, and a big-time contributor for Coach Richie's squad.
Well, he's getting comfortable on the perimeter. You'll see him number 22 on the help side, but getting comfortable on the perimeter, does a nice job. Oh, gosh, you got to box out that man. Jake Stevens presents a problem size-wise, but number 22 with the ball, an excellent playmaker, has shot the ball tremendously well over the past few weeks.
Missed the bunny on the putback. Heen leaves it off for Anderson. You see the Paladins trying to get into the paint, work inside out. Little step back jumper for Alex Hunter. That's off the front of the rim, and Jake Stevens with the rebound.
And that shot's going to be there all night. Jake Stevens plays drop coverage in ball screen situations, and what happens is if the player handling the ball does a nice job, they're going to get open shots for the duration of the game.
Conway throws it away. Hunter in transition, knocks it down from beyond the arc. Alex Hunter comes in 41% from long range, and it's back to a one-point game.
It's wild to think that Alex Hunter hasn't shot the ball great over the past few weeks and still shooting over 41% from the three, but whenever he and Joe Anderson are running the lanes and filling the spots, they're going to get open opportunities because they play well off each other. Both have the ability to knock down shots from the perimeter. Both have the ability to handle the ball in transition.
Hunter, one of 3 double-digit scores for the Paladins. VMI looking to respond. That's well off the mark, and Anderson with the weak side rebound. Furman looking to go quick. Slauson over to Hunter. One more to Bothwell from the corner. Yes, Alex Hunter being unselfish. A good shot for a great shot, and the Paladins have the lead 8-6.
And that's how you can negate some of VMI's size. Get that rebound, get out and push. Jake Stevens was the last player getting back on defense, and that's going to allow some mismatch opportunities offensively.
Trying to respond quickly is Conway off the mark. VMI now 2 of 6 from long range. Furman 2-point lead with the basketball. Bothwell goes to the ground. Loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Anderson. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Both these teams not afraid for the quick trigger. Bothwell from long range. That's off the mark, and rebound taken down by Sean Conway.
Both teams not afraid to operate early in the clock if they see fit. The ball will move, and here's your main decision maker right here. As you can see, an excellent passer at the top of the key.
VMI, a 3-minute scoring drought. They're one of their last 7 long range knocked down Kerfman. We talked about what Camden Kerfman can do, and he's already knocked down 2 from long range.
He doesn't need a ton of space, that's for sure. And whenever VMI does a good job of getting into the paint, he can present some problems.
Early 9-8 lead. It's a good one going here from Greenville.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
When you look at a diamond, what do you see? A multifaceted stone of remarkable strength, formed under intense pressure to shine brighter than all the rest. Hard edges, clean lines, with a fire inside. When you look at a diamond, what do you see? Ingalls, proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Oh, thank you for...
Ryan Lambert, Terrence Oglesby back with you here in Greenville. Furman coming off a huge win on the road at Wofford, a 25-point win, 4 players in double digits. They shot the lights out Saturday night.
Well, Wofford struggles to guard the 3 ball, and whenever you struggle to guard a 3 ball, Furman's going to make you pay. So many guys that can make shots. 18 threes. You have to do a nice job of moving the basketball, getting into the paint, creating opportunities for each other. When Furman does that, they are dangerous. And let's not forget, elite athleticism does Furman have, and you're about to be able to take a look at it. Jalen Slauson brings the hammer down in Spartanburg. An excellent performance by Wofford overall.
25-point victory for the Paladins. It was a great crowd at Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium where a lot of purple took over late. Wofford a frustrating 9 as the Paladins took up a big victory down the road on I-85. Furman back with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Tyrese Huey in as well as J.P. Pagese as Furman using more of a depth here in the early going. Heen with 3 to shoot. Spins and going to travel before the shot clock violation as the Paladins turn it over for the 3rd time.
This is an interesting game for Garrett Heen. He has the quickness advantage over VMI's bigs. He's going to be able to attack off the dribble a little bit, but he has to catch and be ready to shoot. He's a quality 3-point shooter with a little bit of time and space. He's going to find some opportunities today.
Pagese guarding Huff, trying to go baseline all the way to the glass, lays it in. Huff.
Honor Huff, man, that's a tough little guy, man. He's quick off the bounce. He can get all the way to the rack, and he's a unique finisher whenever he gets down there. The Brooklyn native, only about 5'10", but uses his quickness on the ball to create opportunities.
3-point VMI lead. That ties the Keydets' largest. That has been one more at 4 as Conley Garrison responds. Tied back up at 11. That's a player you can't leave open for the Paladins. Garrison 46% from long range on the season.
And he's not going to force the issue, but before that, the pass by Garrett Heen, that was terrific recognition of the help side defense.
Quick pass down low. Lewis Rowe, the freshman out of South Australia, can't finish. Furman pressured the ball, and Rowe couldn't convert. Furman's led briefly at 8-6, trying to get the lead back as here's Garrison. Now Huey with 13 to shoot, back top of the key. Anderson will launch a 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Garrison. How about Conley Garrison standing all at 6'1", skying for the O-board?
He always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. If he's got that shot working, he is a tough 4th option for this Furman basketball team.
2 of 2 from long range. This Paladin team leads the nation in 3-point field goals made, 257 coming into tonight, now 261. Top 10 in a plethora of other categories. A dynamic Furman offense, as is the Cadets. Down the left side, Bonham looks to respond and lays it in, and it's 14-13.
Nice move by Trey Bonham. Last season was an all-freshman team member in the SoCon. A little bit like Honor Huff in that he creates most of his offense off the bounce.
Taking a look at tonight's keys to the game, Furman a 1-point lead here, approaching midway first half. And they play with pace, both doing that, but Furman really needs to lock in off the ball and limit the threes.
Well, VMI is such a good cutting basketball team. You have to stay disciplined. Locking in off the ball, that's staying disciplined off the ball. If they're able to do that and take away some of Jake Stevens' passing lanes, they should be in good shape. But if you're Furman, especially at the 5 position, when Jalen Slauson's playing the 5, Jalen Slauson has to be able to use his quickness on the perimeter.
Just like that, Slauson looks to dribble drive, cut off by Stevens. Garrison all the way down, and Huey at the free throw line. One more to Slauson, wide open off the front of the rim. Long rebound for Huey. 2 straight possessions with offensive rebounds. Furman tries to capitalize again, misses the mark, and it's going to be out of bounds. VMI basketball.
And nice hustle by both teams. Furman attacking the offensive glass, but we're going to talk about Garrett Heen's floor recognition. He gets the ball in the post. You're going to see it go around inside. He's going to see help side come over and an excellent pass. And Conley Garrison, he can knock it down for you. Furman up 1.
Spink's chicken tenders aren't just fast and fresh. They're crispier, crunchier, juicier, saucier, spicier, legendary-ier. Oh, so many options. One easy stop. Spink's, making life easier. Spink's drinks aren't just fast and fizzy, they're fruitier, chewier, bolder, creamier, slushier, bigger, refreshing-ier. Oh, so many options. One easy stop. Spink's, making life easier.
Brian Lambert, Terrence Oglesby back with you. Terrence, both these teams can shoot the basketball. Already combined 7 made threes here in about the first 8 minutes, but that's not surprising.
No, not at all. It's the way they initiate their offense. Both teams have extremely quick guards, and that guy right there, Kerfman, he is a fantastic shooter from the perimeter. He benefits from those quick guards in Honor Huff and Trey Bonham. Those guys get in, they can pitch out. It helps when you have a really good passer from the perimeter like Jake Stevens. And Furman does it by committee. There's not one guy in particular that shoots the ball with so much volume. They do it as a team. That ball moves from side to side. They get inside the paint and they make the right decisions. And as a result, they have shot the ball at a tremendously high level this season.
Brendan Watkins, the freshman out of Missouri, running the point for VMI. There you see the hard hedge, and Slauson hurrying to get back on Stevens, denies the entry pass. Terrence, that's something to watch. If you hedge out, quickly getting back, Jake Stevens looking to post. Long three-pointer on the way. Kerfman off the mark. Bothwell with the board. Quickly into the front court. Hunter, he'll stop, pop, and off the front of the rim. Did everything as Stevens was looking for the drive, just couldn't make the three-pointer.
But that's what you'll take that because Stevens retreated so far. And look at Alex Hunter work in the post, trying to stay in front, doing a nice job. Nice switch by Furman to get Slauson back in the paint. You'll see on the backside, Mike Bothwell is extremely active, and that makes it difficult to enter the basketball.
That partially blocked, it looked like. Slauson grabs the short attempt. Bothwell picks up the dribble out to Slauson. He can hit the shot from long range, not shy to take the three-pointer on the season. Slauson 31% from downtown as the Paladins push the lead to 3.
It's wild to think we haven't really said Mike Bothwell's name that much early, but 5 quick points, and whenever he gets his shoulders on the defender's chest, he is so good and so strong when finishing around the bucket.
That ball thrown out of bounds. That's the second turnover for VMI. Garrett Heen, Joe Anderson back in, and that's something Coach Ritchie's talked about over the last couple weeks, trusting his depth, making sure his players are fresh, and something coming out of the Wofford game, he said he noticed at halftime when he saw the minutes this team has played, he felt really good about his chances in the second half because he knew his team would be fresh, and so far trusting it depth here tonight.
Well, it's easy to trust your depth when your backup point guard shooting almost 48% from 3. It's a lot easier to do it then, but you know, they've extended their bench throughout the course of the year. Marcus Foster at the beginning of the season struggled to stay on the floor, but now they're being relied on to just do the right things. They have their scoring guys. That's one of them as he barely misses his layup, but they need the other pieces to step up, and they've shown the ability to do so.
VMI 2.5-minute scoring drought. Here's Tang, junior out of Taiwan, down low to Stevens. Look at this matchup. Stevens working against Slauson in the little right-handed hook. That's tough to stop when Steven gets it down low.
It is tough to stop, and what you have to do is you have to get around in front and try to force the catch out a little bit further, knowing you have help behind you. If you know you have help behind you, it makes it a lot more manageable. If he gets it in within about 5 feet, it's really tough to stop because he's got about 3 inches on Jalen Slauson.
Reverse, Slauson trying to back down Stevens, picks up his dribble with 8 to shoot. Bothwell hesitates out to Slauson. He thought about a 3 down the lane. Hello! Jalen Slauson with the pump fake. Mr. Oglesby, you talk about athleticism.
Big time move, a big time move. Towards the end of the clock, Jake Stevens was worried, hey, towards the end of the clock, they're going to shoot 3. Excellent job by Slauson, being patient, staying patient, making the right read. And Furman continues to be active on defense. Both teams high-level basketball so far here in the first half.
Talked about the patience of Slauson not to put up that three, recognizing he had just enough time to throw it down the lane. Slauson, his first bucket. Balanced scoring so far for both teams. Neither team has a player with more than 6.
And look, Slauson's developed into a capable three-point shooter. Is that an area where he needs to improve? Sure, but he's right over 31%. If he gets that number up to about 34, 35, it's going to open up his game. And Grant Heen showing some strong moves in the post.
Heen double team came. Mirateen has some size advantage, laid it off the glass and in. Heen, with his first bucket, and the Paladins have their largest lead at 5. Furman, active defense, high arching shot attempt off the mark. How about Heen comes in, takes the rebound away. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with Nussbaum and the Keydets. I'll tell you what, Nussbaum was going to have one to go back up if it wasn't Heen coming in from behind to force the loose ball.
Heen doing a nice job coming over top, not fouling, getting on the floor. Nice hustle by both squads. Heen needs to hang on to that ball, make sure they call a jump ball before just giving it up so quickly.
20 on the shot clock. Paladins 5-point lead. VMI is led by as many as 4.
Hey, Garrett Heen's activity has been really good. He subbed in, he started a little bit on offense. He's fixing that by increasing his defensive intensity, flying around the court. You'll see him on the ball right now at about 6'10", needs to try to stay in front and contest. Nice job by Furman defensively.
Short by Stevens, quickly into the front court. Bothwell looks to take it all the way off the glass, can't get it to fall. Bounced around into the hands of the Keydets. You can see how quickly Furman's trying to get out in transition. Media timeout, next whistle. Over to Conway, open three-pointer, too strong. Long rebound will be chased down by the Keydets. Down low, Stevens, nice find. And Slauson late for the dunk, and Stevens was looking for the foul.
And Slauson got away with a foul. There was a lot of contact on that go-up by Jake Stevens. Strong move, but you saw his value on that possession. When he gets it in the paint, he's able to fan out to all their three-point shooters. You talked about three-point shooting for both teams. That's exactly why. Both teams have guys that can make good decisions when getting the ball near the rim.
Anderson tries to send it to Bothwell in the corner. Furman says it's tipped, not Collins. Tell you what, we got a good one here, Terrence. Take a look at Mr. Slauson.
Up and down. Showing out a little bit for the Furman faithful. We'll be back shortly.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that. Hurry in to lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more. All from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Furman a 3-point lead. Paladins trying to get their first regular season championship since 2017. A half game back. Chattanooga's going to have to make up a game, a COVID loss earlier, but that was a heck of a game between the two top teams there up in Chattanooga a couple weeks ago. Mox getting a 2-point win.
Both teams supremely talented. Both teams have their respective big threes, if you will. Furman, Alex Hunter, Mike Bothwell, and Jalen Slauson. Chattanooga's got a young man named Silvio De Sosa, who a lot of people will remember was a player at Kansas a few years ago. They've got big-time size and big-time scoring for the Mocs as well.
Keydets with the basketball, trailing by 3. Furman shooting 47%, the Keydets 37%.
Been impressed with Furman's activity on Stevens. You have to stay active when you're not that big. They've done a great job so far.
Well, Slauson out, it'll be Tyrese Huey, the Paladin freshman out of Columbus, defending, and they're flop down low, and it's going to be, I think, a flop warning going against Kerfman. First time it's a warning, and then they'll be assessed some administrative technicals. And tell you what, Coach Ritchie all over that call in front of us. You like the flop warning? Obviously, that's newer the past couple years since you played.
It would have been terrible for me, quite frankly.
Here's J.P. Pegues, another freshman that's been coming in his own right.
You'll see there's been a concerted effort to put Jake Stevens in ball screens because he doesn't get all the way out and cover those ball screens. So you're going to have room to operate. And Furman just continues to get in the paint.
Heen had it blocked out to Garrison. I'll tell you what, VMI might have rather Heen taking that shot as Garrison doesn't miss many from there. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. He has 9 points.
Mr. Right Place, Right Time, Division II transfer, Drury University. An excellent player in his own right and just seems to do all the right things. And he's an excellent defender. What a big-time closeout and block right at the rim.
Furman looking to capitalize on it. Give it to Garrison. Heat check. One more on the way. That one's short. Rebound taken down by the Keydets. Garrison getting it done on both ends. Stevenson wide open looking to respond. That one can't corral. Stevens doesn't miss that many when he's open up front. 6-point lead with the basketball, and it'll be a foul on VMI. Not many fouls called, Terrence, just 2 total, both against the Keydets here.
The pace has been phenomenal for both teams, flying up and down the court, finding opportunities, high-level defensive plays by both. But Conley Garrison, as Garrett Heen checks out of the ball game, bringing energy. That's what he needs to do to focus in on. But over in the far corner, number 51, Conley Garrison just seems to be in the right place at the right time. And not so much as even a look at him when he took that heat check right there by Coach Ritchie. Complete trust in one of his older players.
Hunter trying to get to the glass, sends it to the corner, 3 on the way, knocked down. Marcus Foster, another Paladin from long range, and Furman has their largest lead at 9 as Slauson and Bothwell get set to check in.
I love Marcus Foster's potential as a 4-year player here at Furman. His ability to knock down the 3 is what's going to set him apart. Already such a physical defender. He has a very bright future. That's a tough shot, man. My main man, Honor Huff, has been really good here early.
Brooklyn, New York native. I was about to say, I don't know if that's the shot VMI wants down 9, but Huff knocks it down. He has 4 points. Huey's going to get his turn from long range. That's too strong. Long rebound taken down by Foster. Now a tie-up. We'll keep it with the Paladins here. These teams battling for the boards. Furman winning at 16-11 here in the first half. About Furman increasing the lead, Terrence. Pegues, Huey checking out. You would say, hey, that's really the second line in there with Bothwell and Slauson, and Furman had pushed the lead to as many as 9.
Just done a nice job being active defensively. And you talked about Garrett Heen come in bringing terrific minutes. The team is up 8 while he's been in the ballgame. He has made a definite impact while he's been in there. Furman just continuing to play with a lot of energy defensively.
Slauson out to Garrison. He's going to get checked from behind. And a nice job utilizing the pump fake.
Yeah, and I want to make a point to talk about Jalen Slauson on that possession. Whenever he gets the ball about 15 feet out and nobody comes in and helps, he needs to attract more attention. If he makes that pass, nobody's going to be open. If he attacks the bucket, creates a help situation, that's when his teammates are going to get chances. He has a little bit of a habit of getting rid of the ball a little bit too quick before making the defense really react to anything.
Shot clock under 9, over to Bothwell. Bothwell physical, has it poked away. Furman turns it over for the 5th time.
Ball got stuck on one side of the floor. VMI loading up ball side, doing a nice job of containing the dribble.
See Furman hedging every ball screen. Nice job getting back. Huff can't convert. Rebound taken down by Slauson. Coach Ritchie has confidence that any 5 out there that can get the rebound can bring it up the court. Terrence, here's what you talked about, attracting attention.
And there that second defender comes. He had a layup, but he still made the right read to the opposite corner. But if one guy falls down and you're right in front of the rim, you got to go ahead and dunk that one, big fella. But nice job attracting attention. That's what I'm referring to. Get that extra defender to come over towards you. And when that happens, that's when Furman's good, because it goes inside and out, and they're able to attack closeouts.
Gary Maxwell, Jason Baker, Brett Smith, the officials here. As Gary Maxwell throwing it in. Approaching the last media timeout. Furman leads it by 7. Here comes Slauson.
Second defender comes, makes the right read, needs to make a better pass.
4 to shoot. Hunter to Bothwell on the corner. Stevens doesn't get out. Bothwell can't convert. Offensive board battled for and taken down by Garrison.
Who else?
Hunter off the mark. Garrison again back to Hunter. Thought about it. Now Garrison top of the key. No. Battle down low, and it's going to be a foul against VMI. How about the offensive board hustle?
It's been terrific for both teams, really getting after it on the glass, and Furman has reaped the benefits so far. Outright rebounding their counterparts, but Furman's up. We'll see if it continues.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and great taste when it comes to pro football teams. Game day and beyond, rep your Carolina Panthers with an official team Big Bow Box.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do to do.
Spink's chicken tenders aren't just fast and fresh. They're crispier, crunchier, juicier, saucier, spicier, legendary-ier. Oh, so many options. One easy stop. Spink's, making life easier. Spink's drinks aren't just fast and fizzy, they're fruitier, chewier, bolder, creamier, slushier, bigger, refreshing-ier. Oh, so many options. One easy stop. Spink's, making life easier.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that. Hurry in and lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Seven-point Furman lead. Taking a look at the new sneakers the Paladin staff has on tonight. Part of Suits and Sneakers Week, a national event that wears cancer awareness. And really cool to see how sharp-looking kicks the Paladin crew has.
I knew they were Air Force Ones. I didn't know they were Supreme Air Force Ones. Bob Ritchie busting out the big bucks for Furman, but maybe not everybody has the Supreme sticker. But goodness gracious, what a good cause it is to be a part of. Excellent job by Coaches versus Cancer to bring awareness to a difficult situation for a lot of people.
There you see former Paladin Daniel Fowler now on the staff. He had the good sock game going too. All out. Furman back with the basketball after those 4 timeouts, and Bothwell lays it in. Maybe not as much momentum with that media timeout there, but you got to think that was on 4 offensive rebounds that the Paladins pushed the lead back to 9. Stevens trying to get the pass. Help from Garrison as he just goes to the other side of the bucket. It's an easy lay-in for Jake Stevens. He now has 9.
Conley Garrison a half second too late. And Jake Stevens has such good hands and such good patience whenever he gets into the paint, he's able to convert.
Slauson will try it from long range. We talked about it. He can knock it down, and you're going to have to respect it. Furman's lead now at double digits for the first time at 10.
And if he's able to shoot it from out there, things are going to open up. You saw the drive and dunk earlier in the half. If he's able to do that, he's going to bring the 5 men for VMI further away from the basket.
Another bucket. Coach Ritchie not happy with it. 8 points and starting to get some success in the paint. Hunter hesitates out to Slauson. Slauson will try to go back-to-back. Yes, get through a rhythm. Tell you what, he did that second half at Wofford, got things going, as now Coach Ritchie trying to get the defense figured out with the big man.
And we talked to Coach Ritchie before the game. He emphasized how important it was for Jake Stevens to be able to knock threes down from the perimeter and how much it opens up VMI's offense. You're seeing Slauson do that for Furman here in the first half.
11-point Furman lead, shot clock down to 10. Here's Kerfman. Now down low to Stevens, and another bucket off the glass down low.
And that's Marcus Foster late on a help rotation. Whenever he comes off a pick and roll, that weak side has to follow over to tag the big man. Marcus Foster a little bit too late, not showing good defensive awareness. Got to make sure to get in front of Stevens.
Furman trying to heat it up from beyond the arc. That's a bit too strong. Offensive board out to Hunter. Hunter hesitates, sends it to the corner. Doesn't get called for a walk, and it'll go back to the Keydets. But Furman on the rebounding margin right now, 21-11.
A lot of which have been on the offensive boards, 8 so far for Furman, and a lot of those, 4 of which have been a result of Conley Garrison attacking the glass. See Marcus Foster there in your picture, number 5. Excellent defender, a little bit late on the previous possession on help side, but can really guard the basketball and a multi-positional defender.
Huff leaves it off for Stevens, and Jake Stevens is fouled. He'll go to the line. Stevens now with 13 points and try to add more. Right now, VMI's offense is entirely Jake Stevens.
Well, he just put so much pressure on the rim with his size, and he's a high-level scorer for the Keydets. And if you look at how their guards attack, that's a nice job by the freshman to find his man Jake Stevens underneath the rim. Whenever you're able to put rim pressure, a lot of things are going to open up for you. I had a guy in Europe that I played with that reminds me a lot of Jake Stevens. His name was Mike Palm, was 3-time Swedish League MVP. They had a lot of the same things going for him. Not overly athletic, could both really shoot the 3 ball and were excellent passers. He might as well be a clone of it.
Keydets have made their last 3 from the field, now shooting above 40%. Paladin is at 45%, lead sits at 7. Paladin is led by as many as 11, VMI by as many as 4, but it's been Paladin's Terrence leading most of this first half. Big last minute to get toward double digits. Keydets try to crawl a little closer.
Keydets showing a little zone up until the first or the second pass in the offense. And Conley Garrison, he gets loose. You can't leave that man open. Whenever he hits a couple, he can get hot in a hurry. 4 3-pointers this half.
Timeout taken, use it or lose it for VMI. There'll be a 20-second shot clock, game clock differential, and Conley Garrison. Tell you what, the ETSU game, Terrence, we got a lucky chance to do that. Conley Garrison had no shots at the half, went for above 20 in the second half. A big player for that Paladin victory over the Bucks at home.
Well, the big 3 for Furman in that game really struggled to get going. They needed a spark. Conley Garrison was that spark, and he's been that spark tonight. 12 points early, 4 boards, all of which have been on the offensive glass. How about coming off the screen, setting his feet over top of high hands? Nussbaum doing a nice job of getting out and showing, but it doesn't matter. Conley Garrison, he's only about 6 feet, 6 feet 1 inch tall, 6'1", but man, he's a good athlete. He extends high. He's an excellent defender, an excellent 4th piece to this Furman team, and he doesn't mind doing the little things.
Furman 9 3-pointers as a team, 41% from beyond the arc. They come in about 40% as a team. So you maybe say, hey, Furman shooting lights out. That's about average for what they've done this season. Big possession here for the Keydets. Furman with a chance for a stop and a score to push the lead out. Wide open 3-pointer on the way. Curveman, and he knocks it down. A miscue right there, and the Keydets needed it.
That's tough. That can't happen. Now a 3-second differential. I was wondering if Coach Earl was going to go in a 2-for-1 situation to get 2, but 1,000 points for Camden Curveman. Congratulations to him. An excellent career for him. North Bethesda. I have such a hard time saying that, but a really good player, high-level scorer, can really shoot the basketball.
Garrison thought about a 3, drives baseline, lays it off the glass, doing a little bit of everything.
He's been terrific. He can put it on the floor if you close out too high, but VMI, they can get downhill in a hurry. Doesn't
Furman
matter.
Strips, Foster 3-quarter court shot, well off the mark, but the Paladins will take a 9-point lead into the half.
You have to be happy if you're Furman. High intensity first half for both teams. Fast play happening, and Furman's up 9.
When you look at a diamond, what do you see? A multifaceted stone of remarkable strength, formed under intense
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Living with joint pain isn't easy, but lately dealing with it has felt even harder. So you've been putting up with it. That stops today. Today you stand up for yourself and say enough, and we solve it. Because we have the solutions to get you back on your feet. You're ready. It's your time. Visit bonsecours.com/ortho to make an appointment and get started with your joint replacement today. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you. If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more. All from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. Bon Secours giving good help to those in need, and by BMW, the exclusive luxury vehicle for the Paladins. Firming up 9 here at the break as halftime continues here in Greenville.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that.
Hurry in and lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and great taste when it comes to pro football teams. Game day and beyond, rep your Carolina Panthers with an official team Big Bow Box.
I learned that people are just looking for somebody to listen to them. You can't just start cutting somebody's hair and you're gonna be quiet the whole time because you're not gonna be in business long.
The South Carolina Education Lottery has provided over $800 million to help students attend technical colleges across our state, investing in a new generation of entrepreneurs, just like James.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen, where Ingles caters some of the best events anywhere. I'm Josh Michael here with Chef Clark Neal from the Ingles Table, and today we're going to show you how to make some amazing food right there at your home. So Chef, what are we doing here today?
Josh, we're going to do my take on chicken sliders with homemade spicy pimento cheese. I've got a rotisserie chicken, the white meat that I took off of the chicken. You can save the dark meat for another use.
And this one that's already done up and cooked right there at
Oh
Ingles.
yeah, picked it right up in the Ingles Deli, brought it home hot, shredded it myself. You want the chicken to cool down before you make this salad, but what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you make this pimento cheese.
Okay.
We're gonna make this with a spicy cheese called Rattlesnake. It is tequila and habanero infused white cheddar.
Wow.
You can find that in the specialty cheese case at Ingles.
Pretty hot?
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
All right.
All right, if you'll put that in the bowl.
All right.
Then we've got some Colby Jack cheese that helps tame that heat a little bit.
Gotcha.
We've got some Laura Lynn diced pimentos in a jar that I just drained and rinsed.
Excellent.
A little bit of Laura Lynn mayo. I've got a little bit of spices to round that out.
Okay.
And while you're mixing that up and whipping it together to fold it to make the pimento cheese, I'm gonna take a jar of our Unicoi Preserves apple cider pepper spread. This is me and my wife Susie's company, and Ingles carries us in the deli. Got the shredded chicken that's cooled. I'm gonna add this jar of jelly to the bowl.
And that preserve, that is what makes this entire dish. You gotta have that preserve.
That's a little secret ingredient. It's not so secret now because we're showing you how to make it at home. I got a little bit of diced celery. I've got several different spices here. You can find all the ingredients amounts on the recipe that'll be published online. So Josh is folding that together. I'm gonna fold this together. We're gonna put these on some sweet Hawaiian style slider buns.
I love those.
We got a little bit of green leaf lettuce down on the bottom for crunch. We've got some of those wonderful Ingles Deli pickles that they put on their subs to top it for some acidity. Buy those right in the deli as well. Josh, how you looking over there?
Just about done there.
All right.
Meat in the middle?
Yeah, I'm gonna meet in the middle. The chicken's gonna go down first. I'm gonna get a little spoon here. Get in here with my hands. Top that lettuce. Put a little spoonful of that
Excellent. We'll get some
pimento
of that.
cheese on there.
Yes. Oh, that looks so good, Chef. What a great idea.
Look at that. We're gonna top that. That's good. We had time to make one for you and one for me.
Bam. Thanks so much for joining us here at the Chef's Kitchen. For more great recipes and to learn about having the Chef's Kitchen cater to your next event, visit thechefskitchen.com. That's thechefskitchen.com. We'll see you next time.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that.
2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more. All from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Brian Lambert, Terrence Oglesby back with you at the half. Furman 39-30 lead over VMI here inside Timmons Arena. Terrence, as you take a look at these first half highlights, Keydet's got it going from outside early, and then Furman held the lead for the majority of that first half.
Well, it's all been a result of Furman's offensive rebounds and creating extra opportunities for themselves, mainly Conley Garrison, but Furman and VMI both like to get out in transition and create some open three-point shots early in the clock. Both teams have succeeded, and that big man right there, Jake Stevens, had a sensational first half. But big on big crime, Jalen Slauson, he'll take it to the hole too. Man, we got a lot of highlights, a lot of high-flying plays, a lot of buckets a long way from the basket. It's been a fun game to watch so far, Brian.
Yeah, Curfman hit a couple big threes. Furman's barrage of three-pointers came in that middle 10-minute stretch, but Jake Stevens, who had some success kind of down toward the late part of the first half, and it wasn't necessarily what he was doing posting up, but it was kind of the movement off the ball, getting him open looks.
Well, VMI has done just as good a job of moving the basketball coming off ball screens as Furman has. And what I mean is that ball moves quickly, and whenever Jake Stevens is rolling to the basket, a lot of these help side situations, Furman's been a little bit late. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis at halftime for Coach Bob Ritchie. And if you're VMI, you have to get Furman off the offensive boards. That has been significant so far this game.
8 offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points for the Paladins. Furman shooting near 50%, VMI 43%. 9-point lead at the half, second half action on the other side here from Greenville.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Both these teams coming averaging near 80 points a game. Terrence, there you see a little support for Joe Anderson. He's been a big part of this Furman offense the last month or so, but you talk about the big leaders in the Southern Conference. Tell you what, it is really both these teams, when you look at the top scorers, what they're doing.
High-level scores for both squads. As you say, if you're Furman, you have the big three of Bothwell, Slauson, and Hunter. But for VMI, they've got some guys that can really get it going too. Kerfman and Stevens, both high-level scores. Big two for VMI, big three for the Paladins. Malachi Smith can play too. Goodness, almost 22 points a game at UTC. He's part of their big three. A lot of really good basketball being played in the SoCon this year.
Will be VMI basketball to start this second half. Terrence, you go quickly both into these locker rooms. Kind of big-time adjustments, subtle adjustments you're making?
I think subtle adjustments, just being sharp if you're Furman. Some of these help side situations with Stevens rolling to the basket, you're smaller, so you have to be more active in those pick and rolls on the back side of your defense. And if you're VMI, it's pretty simple. Keep Furman off the glass and quit giving them extra possessions, and you're going to limit what they can do. Without those offensive rebounds, I think second chance points, I'm looking for it right now, 8 for Furman. You're still right in this game, and it's very close. Keep them off the boards. You stay relevant.
Rebounding, we mentioned the Paladins 21-11 on the boards. Turnovers, just 10 combined turnovers between these two teams. Took care of the basketball relatively well, but how about just 2 free throw attempts, both for VMI. Furman uncharacteristically didn't get to the free throw line, but there weren't many fouls called in that first.
No, there hasn't been, and quite frankly, there haven't been extremely physical on defense for either team. And what happens is both teams force you to play so spread out that whenever you do attack the basket, you're not running into a whole lot of help. So that results on two teams that shoot a lot of threes. Furman 22 in the first half, VMI 13 in the first half. You're not going to get a whole lot of foul calls.
Second half underway, VMI basketball trailing by 9. Furman led by as many as 11 in that opening half. Wild shot attempt knocked down by Bonham. Trey Bonham now has 4 points.
Tough play by Bonham. Not that tall, but really strong in his upper body and athletic, able to extend over the top.
Bothwell looking to go one-on-one against Jake Stevens. Backing down the big fella, kicks out Foster. Now back to Bothwell, open 3 on the way, halfway down and popped out.
Really interesting adjustment by VMI, putting Stevens on Bothwell, forcing him to try to shoot off the dribble. We'll see if that persists.
Huff thought about a 3, and now mismatch down low. Stevens trying to get something going against Bothwell. Now step back, thought about it, now to the corner honor. Huff wants to drive baseline off the mark, and missed opportunity there, not getting it down low to Jake Stevens. Garrison in the corner, pump fake, back to Bothwell, open 3-pointer, again halfway down, long rebound taken down by the Keydets. Bonham over to Huff for 3, and a quick 5-0 run to start the second half for the Keydets.
And we're up and down, playing fast basketball. Furman getting good shot opportunities. Just got to knock down a couple of those, but nice job VMI getting out, running the lanes, finding the open player, and Huff can knock it down. And Slauson hit a couple in the first half. That's number 3 for him from downtown. That only bodes well for your offense, because now you're pulling Jake Stevens out away from the paint.
Now ball taken away by Hunter. Furman looking to run. Up to Bothwell, tries to corral it, gets it back, and then has the ball taken away, loose on the court, and VMI comes away with it. A lot of contact down low. Back and forth we go. Bonham into the lane, tough finish. He has an early 6 points here in this second half, and back to a 5-point game.
Really tough finish. In the half court, Furman's done a pretty good job, but regardless, when that floor opens up for VMI, they can make you pay.
Slauson tried to get 4th, and he couldn't knock it down. All came from the top of the key. VMI can get down to a 1-possession game. Stevens down low, can't finish, gets his own rebound, and he'll be fouled, and Jake Stevens to the line to shoot 2.
And sometimes when you're not the fastest guy in the gym, it actually works to your benefit. Stevens is forced to take his time, be elaborate with his ball fakes. This is a nice entry pass, but you'll see, gets the ball, one dribble, takes his time, guys go flying. Easy 2 shots of my man Jake Stevens.
First foul on Slauson. Stevens hit the first 2 from the line, hit all 3, and 1 more upcoming.
Talented player. Talented player, good passer, does a nice job using his body for positioning. And whenever he's the first one getting down the court, he's able to seal up high. There was no help side. That's the reason they were able to enter the ball. Jake Stevens, just a cerebral player at 6'10", 265 pounds.
Heen out. Foster, or Heen in rather. Foster takes a seat. 4-point game, Paladins with the basketball. Heen to the corner, he'll take an open 3-pointer. That one's halfway down, rebound by Garrison. Again, one of the smallest players on the court. Second chance points as Alex Hunter knocks it down and pushes the lead back to 7. Terrence, second chance points now sitting for the Paladins at 11.
And that's 5 offensive rebounds by Conley Garrison. That's the best time to shoot a 3 because the defense is sucked in looking for that rebound. Sometimes you're going to be able to find guys wide open out on the perimeter. Excellent shot by Alex Hunter.
Handful of 3s for the Paladins in the second half. Halfway down and have popped out. Ball out of bounds. They'll stay with VMI with 8 on the shot clock. Taking a look, Dan Earl, associate head coach at Navy for a handful of years before coming over to VMI. And tell you what, he's taking this program to new heights they didn't see before he was the head man.
Well, it's such a difficult job. VMI and the Citadel, these military academies, you got to recruit a different kind of kid, obviously. And he has done a fantastic job of recognizing need and finding guys that fit what they're trying to do, both offensively and defensively.
Paladins back with the basketball. Joe Anderson running the offense. Hunter under to Anderson in the corner in front of the Paladin bench. That's off the front of the rim, and Kerfman wants to run, or Conway rather. Conway looking to take it all the way by himself, stripped out of bounds, and it'll be VMI basketball. Nice job getting back. Who else but like Conley Garrison?
Yeah, who else? Right place, right time. Good hustle, getting back on defense. As you see him checking out of the ball game, he has been good for Furman today, just creating extra plays.
Ball knocked down from the corner. Another three-pointer by Conway. The Keydets now with 6 for the game, back to a 4-point game. Huff all over Anderson near the Diamond F. Media timeout, next whistle. Geese scoreless in 5 minutes of first half action. Hunter, step back, thought about it, sends it over to Pegues, trying to get on the scoreboard. That one's woefully short. Offensive pickup by Slauson, who lays it in. He has 13 for the big fella.
Extra effort plays by Furman on the offensive glass have helped them extend the lead. It was the theme of that first half, continuing that theme here in the second.
Points in the paint, 18-14 in favor of VMI. Good battle going on here in Greenville as Furman takes it away. Slauson into the front court, picks up his dribble, skips it over to Pegues. Anderson in the corner, thought about a three. Out to Hunter on the way off the rim, rebound by Stevens. Stevens 16 points, 5 rebounds.
And this isn't bad offense, they're just not making shots. Furman's getting what they want on offense, but when you rely on the three so much, you're susceptible to some of these cold streaks.
Furman 11 of 30 now from long range as VMI throws it away, trying to get to Stevens. And it'll be Furman basketball when we come back. Two of the better teams in the Southern Conference. We got a good one here in Greenville.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that.
Hurry in and lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more. All from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Tell you what, Fan just won $50 doing that timeout and a free throw, then a three-point shot. Terrence, you wish you could get out there and shoot that.
Well, there's a lot of money being given out today, and that's kind of relative to what we're about to talk about. Non-conference schedule, Louisville losing their head coach. Obviously, Furman plays the best of the best. I think that goes without saying, but a win at Louisville school that is without a president, without a permanent AD, and now without a basketball coach. Coach Chris Mack agreeing to part ways today. And I think they paid him $4.8 million to do so. You can fire me anytime you want for $4.8 million. I'll hit this ground walking right away.
Paladins back with the basketball. 6-point advantage here. 15 minutes to go in this basketball game. VMI now shooting 47%, Furman 44%. Garrison looking to go baseline, cut off by Kerfman, sends it far side Pegues. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Garrison into the lane. Battles fade away, gets the roll. Give Garrison now 16. He's not just a shooter.
He's been terrific. Big time athlete, just makes plays happen when there's nothing happening. And you got to have guys like that.
Ball skipped far side with it is Conway. Looking to get it to Stevens on the block. Look at the job by Huey denying the entry pass. Big play by the freshman. Huff stripped out of bounds. Will stay with VMI, 8 to shoot. Dan Earl looking for a foul.
Good aggressiveness by Huff, trying to get all the way to the rim. Sometimes being that small hurts you. You see it around the country with smaller guards. Sometimes you're going to get pushed around and not get those foul calls, but regardless, good aggressiveness to the bucket.
5 to shoot. Kerfman all the way down, defended by Garrison, doesn't get the roll, put back by Stevens as the shot clock expires. 18 now for Jake Stevens.
It's wild with Jake Stevens. Sometimes it looks like he scores on accident. He's just always around the bucket.
Now ball thrown away. Huff leaves it off, layup by Bonham, and a quick 4-0 run, has it down to a 4-point game.
And Bothwell sprints to the scorer's table. Sometimes freshman mistakes. You got to take care of the basketball if you come in and you're trying to get extra minutes.
Pegues gets past the first defender, down low to Heen. Heen runs into Stevens, partially blocked, put in, couldn't finish. Loose ball picked up by Huey, a third chance for the Paladins. Over to Anderson, 3 on the way. Yes, big shot, Joe Anderson. The sophomore comes up huge.
Huge shot by Anderson. We talked about him earlier in the game. Terrific three-point shooter this season.
VMI answers, back and forth we go. There's Conway with another one.
Can't celebrate too much whenever you're playing Dan Earl's VMI team. They're going to get that ball out of the net in push and transition.
Two teams have combined for 19 threes. Furman hitting 7 of them. Anderson will pull up, elbow jumper. That one's short. Rebound taken down by the Keydets. Chance to make it a one-possession ball game here with 12.5 to go. VMI have made their last 3 from the field. Sent to the corner, thought about it. Huff into the lane, blocked by Huey, but a whistle. And it'll be 2 shots coming up for the Keydets.
Looked awfully clean. Referee saying he smacked him in the head, but 2 teams, Bryant, that play eerily similar in terms of style and flow in which their offense plays. And you saw Huey get a little bit too much hair, if you will, right on top of the head. Obviously going to shoot 2 free throws, but both teams thrive when that ball gets into the paint because there's so many quality shooters on the floor.
Alex Hunter, Mike Bothwell, Foster back in for the Paladins. In for VMI. Checking back in Tanner Mans, the sophomore out of Wichita, Kansas. VMI now 4-5 for the line. Terrence Furman yet to shoot a free throw here.
And part of that is, one, you're not getting the foul call. But the bigger part of that is Furman shot an awful lot of threes today. So it's been more so their style of play, which has been the result of not getting to the free throw line as much. Whenever you're taking 31 threes and you still have 12 minutes to go in the ball game, you're not being aggressive attacking the basket.
Some of it's obviously the style of play. Here's Bothwell gets bumped. 10 on the shot clock, Foster. Another bump by Kerfman, and now 5 to shoot. Bothwell in the lane, has it stripped away. Here come the Keydets with a chance to tie it. Could take the lead with a 3. Kerfman will try it. That one's short. Rebound taken down by Furman.
If you're Furman, you need to attack now. You've struggled a little bit in the half courts, and that is what you can get. A wide open shot by one of your better shooters, just not able to knock it through.
Hunter 2 of 6 now from long range. Bonham looking to attack, in and out. Rebound taken down by Slauson. both teams racing up and down the court. Down low to Bothwell, and his reverse layup's good. Next whistle will take us to a media timeout as Coach Earl slows things down. 9-point halftime lead. Now a 4-point lead for the Paladins. Kerfman wants the screen. Reversed over to Huff. Huff will take the contested three-pointer. That's off the rim. Rebound taken down by Foster.
Good defensive possession. Making them make a long contested three. That's something you're willing to live with. One-on-one situation. He needs to be more aggressive with the ball. This is a perfect time for Slauson to get to the free throw line.
Hunter with 10 to shoot. Has a mismatch. Step back, looks to go one-on-one, takes a three-pointer off the mark. Look at that hustle, saved along the baseline, and not before he stepped on it. It'll be Furman basketball after the timeout. 10:37 to go. Paladins up 54-50 here in Timmins.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more, all from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours. Heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that. Hurry in and lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Furman 4-point lead. There you see Coach Bob Ritchie giving some thoughts to his team. See eclipse the 100-win mark earlier this season, a game downtown at Bon Secours Wellness Arena. Terrence, fastest Furman coach to do it, just one of 5, but only 2 of those coaches, including Coach Ritchie, have a winning record with those 100 wins. So it speaks to kind of the hard winning type of the program before Coach Ritchie's kind of taken over, and he's not only winning, but he's doing it without losing a lot of games.
Well, that's true, and it comes down to a few things. One, recruiting the right guys. Furman's a high academic institution. That is not the easiest thing to recruit to at points, and you have to find the right guy for your system who can maintain those academic rigors and still find ways to be successful. 2 very hard jobs to recruit to, but obviously both places have their advantages, both Furman and VMI, but Coach Ritchie, an excellent job getting the right guys in the program. And X's and O's, sure, Jim's and Joe's for sure. That's the most important thing, and he's done a nice job of getting the right guys in.
Furman still without a free throw. That 3 partially blocked. Furman, a nice job on that inbounds play. Bothwell blocked from behind. Here's Foster in the corner. Thought about a 3. Now we'll run the offense. Bothwell, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Mike Bothwell.
I'm not quite sure about that one. We might be able to get a look, but I thought the VMI defender was moving Mike Bothwell being aggressive towards the rim off the catch. You got to have full legal guarding position, and he was moving, and he wasn't square in front of the defender. I'm not quite sure about that call. Actually, I am sure about that call. I'm sure it was a bad call.
Just the first personal foul for Bothwell. Ball back to the Keydets, trailing by 4 as we go under 10 to play. Huff has it taken away by Slauson. Slauson slows things down, waits for the help. VMI scoreless the last 2.5 minutes. Furman unable to push the lead out. Garrison contested three-pointer back rim. It's going to be a foul going against VMI. Jake Stevens battling Slauson. Just the first VMI team foul of this second half.
Coach Earl's not happy. I'm curious to see what the foul call is, and that's a good, that might be a hook and hold on number 24. I'm not sure who they called the foul on.
Well, I think Coach Dan Earl was looking for a push for Heen. That foul went against, you mentioned 24, Tanner Mann, so on the opposite side of the bucket.
I think they gave it to Stevens, or did they give it to Mann? Excuse me. Gave it to Tanner Manns for the hook and hold.
Furman with another chance. Bothwell in front of the bench for 3, halfway down and out. Offensive rebound and a foul on VMI. Furman crashing the boards.
That has to be the point of emphasis for VMI. You have to finish. Their first shot defense and one shot defense has been really good. Now, offensive rebounds have opened up more chances for Furman to make things happen. VMI playing more physical on the defensive end during that first shot, resulting in a couple of fouls.
Furman 13 offensive rebounds as Slauson had the lob but couldn't quite finish. Did everything but throw it down, mistimed the jump. Mismatch down low. Slauson comes over. That tries to rotate the basketball. Furman, nice job scrambling. Kerfman for 3. That's off the mark. Heen skies for the board. Both teams over their last 5 from the field here, as Furman still holds the 4-point advantage. Open Hunter for 3. He's struggled offensively here in the second half, but Bothwell with second chance points.
Another offensive rebound, and whenever the ball moves that quickly and that precisely, sometimes switches are going to get messed up, and that opens up offensive driving lanes.
It's going to be
offensive rebounding, excuse me.
Second foul on Slauson hedging. Active defense on both sides, driving around, help defense as Garrison gets to see Anderson back in.
And Furman hasn't shot it as well in the second half, but they have just given themselves more chances and more possessions with the basketball because of their offensive rebounding.
VMI without a point the last 4 minutes trying to end the drought. Kerfman all the way down, leaves it off, and a whistle, and the 5th Paladin team foul on the floor. Shot clock back to 20 as Heen gets called for the first personal.
And that's okay if you're Garrett Heen. Come in there, play physical. You're going to give up a couple of things, that's fine. But do things on that end of the floor, and the other end will follow.
Anderson almost poked it away from Kerfman. Stevens looking to go against Slauson. Hunter comes over to help, strips it away from the big fella. Furman with numbers, up to Heen, but it goes off his fingertips, and the senior says, my fault, and keeps moving.
Coach Bob Ritchie not super upset about it. Good job, Garrett Heen, running the floor. Just a little bit long by Alex Hunter. And there was an example of VMI trying to enter the ball into the post with Stevens too far away from the basket. If he's able to get deeper post position, he's able to operate with less dribbles. He's much more efficient.
Then an offensive foul trying to get possession down low. Jake Stevens called for the illegal screen, and it'll be Paladin basketball.
Only Jake Stevens' first personal foul.
Six-point lead. Paladin is looking to extend it before the media timeout. Bothwell, he'll take the 3 top of the key. That one's off the mark.
I will say this, Mike Bothwell's about 2 inches off from hitting about 4 or 5 threes today. He's had several rattle in and out. It's a little bit flat, he extends his follow through a little bit higher, he's going to be able to knock down shots.
Bothell has 11, just 1 of 7 from long range, and it'll be VMI basketball after we come back. 7:38 to go. VMI trails by 6.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
When you look at a diamond, what do you see? A multifaceted stone of remarkable strength, formed under intense pressure to shine brighter than all the rest. Hard edges, clean lines, with a fire inside. When you look at a diamond, what do you see? Ingalls, proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Furman up 6, 7:38 to go. Jake Stevens leading the way for VMI, 18 points tonight. That's no surprise. How about 7 of the last 8 games? Put up 20 points.
Well, what's been shocking to me today is that he has scored, sure, but Furman's done a nice job of limiting his opportunities passing the ball. That's one of the best things he does for the Keydets. Hitting cutters, doing things of that nature, but scoring the basketball today, he's been terrific. 18 points on very efficient 7 of 11 shooting. A cold streak for both teams right now. Furman, one of their last 8 from the field. Make that one of the last 6 for VMI. Both teams struggling to get a lot of offense going.
Nice play on the inbounds. Conway has 8 points, 4-point game. Double team comes. Slauson tries to throw it to the top of the key, taken away by Kerfman, and he'll slow things down. Far side, Huff drives baseline. Look at the ball movement by VMI, knocks down the 3, and it's a 1-point game.
If there's anything you can't do when playing VMI, you cannot let Kerfman get opportunities at wide open looks. He sees one, he can make 4 or 5 in a row.
Kerfman 4 of 8 from downtown for 12 points. Furman trying to get things going back offensively. Here's Heen, 13 on the shot clock. Garrison over to Slauson. Thought about a 3, and now will take the 3 in front of the Paladin bench and can't get it to fall. Halfway down and pops out. VMI a chance to take a lead.
Now the biggest difference between Slauson's 3 on that possession, he sat, he thought about it, made a couple jab steps. The ones that he's made 3 today. The 3 that he's made have been in rhythm and within the offense. He doesn't have to sit there and think about it.
Backdoor cut, ball sent to the corner with 10 to shoot. Huff working against Hunter, lays it off the glass, no, but a foul. And 2 more coming at the line for VMI where they're 5 of 6.
Terrific game. Furman only up 1. Both teams playing eerily similar offensively.
Furman 2 more games at the home away from home downtown, Bon Secours Wellness Arena. February 5th against UNCG, February 19th against Wofford. As Furman playing a handful of games downtown, big crowds always.
Great venue.
Great venue. VMI's tied things up here in Timmins.
Took my son to watch the professional bull riding there last weekend.
Now, first lead since 14:04 of the first half.
It's come down for Furman. They haven't been able to knock down shots with consistency. This is a really good 3-point shooting team, typically speaking. Furman only 31.5% here in this game. they're able to knock down shots, they're going to be able to open it up.
7-0 run by the Keydets. Slauson has a size advantage down low. Help comes, bucket and a foul. Jalen Slauson puts Furman back in front.
Immediately when Jake Stevens goes out of the ball game, Furman asserts their inside play. Jalen Slauson doing a nice job consistently pushing out the defense, and who checks in right away? None other than Jake Stevens. As you see, Jalen Slauson up and above the smaller Keydets.
Didn't take long to get Stevens out. He was almost putting himself back in after Slauson completes now the three-point play. Pallet is back up to 59-57. Under 6 to go. We have a barn burner in the Southern Conference. Crowd starting to come alive. Here's Stevens, backdoor cut down low, easy lay-in, and we're tied at 59.
And that's what he does. Now the ball is starting to move from side to side. Whenever Stevens sees cutters in front of him, that's when he can make you pay. Excellent pass by the 6'10" big man.
Furman 16 fouls, VMI 4 here in the second half. Hunter picks up his dribble out to Bothwell with 12 to shoot now. Slauson working against Steven, beats him baseline in reverse layup. Slauson now has 18.
And that was excellent by Slauson, getting out, receiving the ball out about 17 feet. He's not going to be able to use his strength over the top, or strength to go through Stevens, but he is much quicker. Nice job facing up, getting down through the baseline and finishing.
Now Stevens trying to respond. Pump fakes and rattles it home. Jake Stevens answers. He has 20.
We talked about big and brawny against quick and athleticism. You saw it on the last two possessions. Slauson driving the bucket. Stevens getting a deep post position. One dribble and up.
Garrison, can he do it again? Yes. Garrison now with 19. He has 5 from long range. Furman up 3. Coach Ritchie wants to stop.
Right place, right time. Conley Garrison is that guy tonight for the Paladins.
Stevens working against Slauson, trying to take him down the lane. Blocked out of bounds from behind. No, kept in along the baseline. VMI trying to say it was out of bounds, and now Paladin basketball.
Big time hustle by Mike Bothwell, diving on the floor, giving his body up for the team. See if Furman capitalizes as the crowd gets going.
Slauson for 3 off the mark. Rebound tapped out. He'll be controlled by Alex Hunter.
That should have been over and back.
And now I think the shot clock reset to 20. I don't think it's over and back because they didn't have possession.
You're right.
So it wouldn't be over and back without possession.
That's right. That's my fault. It should not be over and back on a tip. If they would have thrown it out, obviously it would have been over and back.
So shot clock sits at 19 or 29. They're going to say, so VMI might have battled for possession there. And
nice job by the officials to
Gary Maxwell, Jason Baker, Brett Smith. So Slauson, who missed the 3, has hit 3 of them tonight. Furman another second chance opportunity. Bothwell wants to drive baseline, physical play, reverse layup, count it, and a foul. Mike Bothwell, a chance for a 3-point play as we go to the final media timeout.
Big time break. Mike Bothwell in the corner. He'll ball fake and he'll take it all the way to the rim. That's a strong man in the post. He gets the and one to put Furman and keep Furman up.
Staying healthy has never been more important. Regular exercise can help both prevent and fight illnesses. At the YMCA of Greenville, we are ready to help you and your family build your strength, endurance, flexibility, confidence, and immunity with personal training, group exercise classes, swim lessons, youth sports, and more. All from a clean, safe, and fun space. Join the Y today to protect your health.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
With a full range of BMW X vehicles available, no matter what adventure lies around the corner, there's an X for that.
Hurry in and lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $529 per month.
Five-point Furman lead. Bothwell will go to the line to shoot one. Try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play tonight. Furman, 13 of 40 from beyond the arc. Same number of field goals from inside. Some of that's how Furman plays in the motion of the game. Furman very hot early, made enough in this second half and a quick sprint after the Keydets had tied it.
Well, when it doesn't work from the perimeter, you obviously got to attack the rim. Furman has done that a little bit, but a lot of that has to do with how VMI is playing defense. They are trying to force Furman to shoot threes over contested hands, and Furman has obliged typically a much better three-point shooting team than they have showed tonight.
Furman 33% from beyond the arc on the game, near 40 for the season. Quick 6-0 run for the Paladins the last minute. VMI backdoor pass to Steven, hesitates, he's stripped by Bothwell. Coach Earl wanted a foul. Bothwell quickly into the front court. Furman's made 4 of their last 5 from the field. Foster to Slauson, double team comes around the perimeter. Garrison drives baseline, leaves it off for Foster. He can't finish. Gets it back and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. It looked like the redshirt sophomore maybe bobbled it on the way up, but stayed with it to earn the foul.
He did, just another offensive rebound. The ball moves quickly and you're able to create closeout situations. What happened over there in the opposite corner from where we're sitting, and you can see us here on the bottom of the screen, but in the opposite corner, Conley Garrison gets Stevens on him. What happens, it creates a driving lane. He's able to use his quickness and find cutters. Nice job. And Marcus Foster probably needs to make the first one, but regardless, I think the foul was on the next go up.
Easier for you to say when you don't have Jake Stevens just terrorizing behind you.
No, that's true. I did have Tyler Hansbrough down there when I was playing.
How'd that turn out for you?
I mean, he didn't play much defense, so not as bad as what some would think.
1 of 2 from the line for Foster. 7-0 foul and run. 7-point lead with 3:15 to go. Defensive stops have come up big for the Paladins the last 2 minutes. Bonham into the lane, blocked by Bothwell again. Stays with VMI. Kerfman for 3.
That's a bad
and a
foul.
foul by Jalen Slauson will send VMI to the line for 3.
That's a bad foul. You can't let that happen. You do a nice job closing out. Don't foul. Maintain your discipline. As Slauson's looking over to Coach Ritchie saying, he's not even saying my bad, just kind of a sheepish grin. That can't happen. You need to let that shot go up. You're not going to block it. Don't foul. Give yourself an opportunity to get the rebound.
Kerfman, an 83% free throw shooter on the season from the line. How about that? Misses the first. 2 more upcoming for the junior out of North Bethesda, Maryland. Second one rattles home. 1 more upcoming. Take another look at that foul. Slauson just a little late on the closeout, and
yeah, that's just a sloppy foul. That's just a slot. That's something that can't happen. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't get away from the. It doesn't affect the shooter at all. Stay away from that. Give yourself a chance on the defensive boards.
2 of 3 from the line. 5-point game. It's a big-time three-point shooter. Those are kind of the fouls that you don't mind because you might have made the shot anyway, and then the late hit.
No, I mean, as an offensive player, you obviously take it. There's no body contact. It's just a sloppy foul on Slauson's part.
Dribble handoff to Bothwell. 10 on the shot clock. Slauson wanted to go against Jake Stevens.
He needs to explode and go by.
5 on the shot clock. Right-handed hook halfway down. Couldn't finish, and VMI with the rebound. And now it's going to be a foul against the Paladins, and that's 8, so a 1-and-1 on the other end. Coach Ritchie wanting a jump ball. Take another look. Furman again wanting the jump ball. Slauson's halfway down, rattles out.
It should have been a jump ball. Should have been a jump ball.
1-1 for Conway. 65% on the season from the line. Big time front end of the 1-1. That's off the mark, rebound Slauson, and ball doesn't lie. Coach Ritchie getting warmed by Gary Maxwell to dial it back here with 2:25 to go. Fouls 8-6, Furman with 8. Slauson. Garrison now in the lane, hesitates and finishes. Garrison now with 21. He's done it outside and he's done it in the paint.
An opportunistic score, not going to force the issue, but when lanes open up, he's really good. And another foul call.
Slauson clean up top. They're going to get on Slauson with the body. We'll have to take another look. That's 4 on Jalen Slauson. Bob Ritchie can't believe it. And tell you what, I don't know if I blame him right now. Let's take another look.
And Garrison got fouled on the previous possession, but you'll see Slauson might have been a little bit of contact, but that's about as, that might be counted as a volleyball spike. Obviously, you can't touch his body, but I thought he got rid of the basketball before there was any contact.
No field goals the last 3 minutes. VMI staying within shouting distance from the line. One more upcoming for the sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama, and that one's short. VMI now 10 of 14 from the line. 6-point Furman lead, under 2 to go.
And this game has been fast-paced, but this last 2 minutes, it's all going to come down to half-court execution and who can make things happen for their team in the half court.
Heavy ball pressure, poked back to Bothwell, 10 to shoot. Big possession here for the Paladins. Bothwell cut off over to Slauson. He can knock these down, and he does again.
And they needed that one. Now he
gets
better get back on defense.
Coach Bob Ritchie saying, good shot, big fella, now get back. 9-point lead and a timeout taken by VMI. The Paladins up 9 with 1:26 to go. Timmons on their feet.
If the past year left you feeling vulnerable to your health, this is your moment. It's time to take control. Time to get the expert care you need for the piece of you at the center of everything. Your heart. Because you're ready and we're here to help you start. Start at the heart of your health. Bon Secours, heart care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/heart to get started by making an appointment today.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
9-point Furman lead, Terrence. Take a look at this last three. Said Slauson hesitated a little bit, but sized up Jake Stevens and knocked down his third three of the game.
Well, the fourth three of the game, but his first three have come in rhythm. This was one that was needed. Stevens is backing off. They needed that play, and it was kind of funny to see. Bob Ritchie is screaming at Jalen Slauson, telling him to get back on defense, because VMI continuously pushes the pace, both off of makes and misses. But how about Jalen Slauson? He stepped up to the occasion on the day, 8 of 14 with 21 points and 4 threes. He has been really good today for Furman.
VMI almost must score possession. Nice pass down low to Stevens. Foster with the help defense forces the missed layup, and Foster grabs the rebound. Credit the redshirt sophomore.
Excellent job getting over to ball side and eliminating the roll to the basket. It was, oh wow. I'm not sure about that one. Bothwell put it right in his wheelhouse.
17 foul, 1 and 1 will be Bothwell going to the line. Bothwell has hit one tonight. Comes in on the season, 83% from the line. You see what VMI has coming up. They'll head back home Saturday to play ETSU. Then the big one down on CBS Sports Network, Battle of the Military Schools, as they'll host the Citadel on February 12th. So you've been to one of those military school matchups, just incredible environment. Cadets come down, and big-time atmospheres. Bothwell misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Rare miss for the senior. Huff attacking, block, saved right back out to Jake Stevens. Wide open, he misses. Battle tipped around. Alex Hunter has it into the front court, and Jake Stevens get called for the reach.
And Alex Hunter bailed out, threw it right into Jake Stevens' shooting pocket, but coming down, they don't make it. Coach Ritchie hugging him, saying, hey, that's okay. Good hustle to get back into play, but smart foul by Jake Stevens towards half court. You're down 9 points. You're trying to slow the tempo down so you can get back and at least guard. Good foul by him, or excuse me, at least stop the clock, because obviously Furman's shooting 1-and-1, but good job on his part.
Furman heads down to Macon on Saturday before coming back to Timmins a week from tonight as Hunter makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Scores around the league. Sanford up on Mercer right now in the first half. Wofford losing to Chattanooga by 7. The closest game active, ETSU UNCG, in a 1-point battle with 3:12 to go. Hunter knocks them both down. 11-point lead ties the Paladins' largest. And how about an 8-0 run here for the Paladins? VMI without a field goal the last 4.5 minutes in crunch time. Furman's defense has come up huge. That one's into the hands of Garrison. Into the front court, and the bump comes. Will be Conley Garrison shooting a 1-and-1. And tell you what, big-time defense down the stretch for Coach Bob Ritchie's squad.
Excellent, 0 of 6, no field goals in the last 4.5 minutes for VMI. Defense has been high level, and coming down towards the end of the game, in close games, that's when it needs to be strong. Their activity off the ball has been good here towards the end of the half. Now we see Jake Stevens coming off the floor. An excellent game by that young man. As good as advertised. Number 34 there. 20 points, 8 boards, and assists. I think they shortchanged him on a couple of those assists because he was able to hit some backdoor cutters. But as good as advertised is Jake Stevens.
How about this Furman response? VMI took a 57-56 lead at the 6:20 mark. Furman buckled down defensively since then, outscoring the Keydets by now 13 points.
Spearheaded by that man at the free throw line, Conley Garrison. I mean, his defensive activity, switchability, and backside help is second to none. He has been really good here over the last month or so.
Quickly into the front court, hesitates, can't get the layup to fall. VMI, the lid on the basket here. Gonna go the last 5 minutes without a field goal. Shot clock, game clock, barely a differential, and VMI is gonna extend the game here, and Furman will shoot 2, but the Paladins tested, but poised to move to 7-2 in the Southern Conference.
That's big time. With some big matchups coming up, going down to Mercer, as we saw on the screen earlier.
I'll tell you what, Mercer's gonna circle that ball game. They want Furman back after the Paladins gave Mercer a drubbing downtown earlier this season, 81-66, a game that really almost wasn't as close as that 15-point spread.
And it's a difficult matchup because you're going against a lot of size, against a lot of speed. Furman obviously has the speed, but when you go down to Macon, if they're able to slow the tempo down against a Furman team that loves to get up and down, they're going to give themselves a shot.
14-point lead, the largest of the ball game. Shot clock turned off. VMI blocked, and I'll tell you what, Furman's going to end this basketball game as VMI foul, so they'll get a chance, but potentially this last 5 minutes without a field goal, unless a throwaway field goal on the last possession. And talk about locking in when you need it. Defensive intensity came up big time.
And it hasn't been on the ball. And a lot of people get the misconception that, hey, in order for us to lock up, we have to be really aggressive on the ball. No, it's what's behind the ball. When you're playing college basketball, Marcus Foster in your screen, he's one of the better ones on this team at doing that. but somebody that off the ball is really active and can present problems because of his size and strength, as Jalen Slauson gets a rousing ovation coming off the floor. An excellent game for Slauson.
Ben Beaker checking in for the Paladins. Big fella out of Hendersonville, North Carolina. Foster makes the first two. Well, you just look at this box score later tonight in the morning. It's like, ho-hum, Furman, another dominant victory at home.
No, this was
Played
a close
well,
game.
but were tested. Credit Dan Earl, VMI Q-Dats. They gave Furman all they could handle, but a big-time senior response for this Furman team late. Final 6 seconds set to run off as Huff cannot stop the scoreless drought, and it will be 5 minutes of game time without a field goal, and that's the difference in the basketball.
And defense closes it down, but offensive rebounding kept Furman afloat for the duration of this game. 22 second chance points and 18 offensive boards. An excellent effort by the Furman Paladins. Big time stuff, and that man right there deserves the praise.
Papa John's player of the game, Conley Garrison, 22 points. How about that? 22 points, 8 of 11 shooting. So it's not like you're throwing up a bunch of shots to get those numbers. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 32 minutes of action.
And those 6 offensive rebounds on your screen kept Furman alive for parts of the game where Furman struggled to knock down shots on their first possession. And I'm going to get out of the way. Excellent game by Furman. We're going to let Bob Ritchie get on the mic.
Furman head coach Bob Ritchie making his way over after the Paladins win it 79-64 over the VMI Q-Dats. Furman with their 7th win in the Southern Conference. And Coach, your team was challenged but held VMI the last 5 minutes without a field goal, and that defense came up big for you late.
It really did. I mean, I think we subbed Marcus there late, and, you know, we just got in a defensive rhythm with that lineup, and they were driving us. I mean, that's what they do. You know, they can really shoot it. They space you with a 6'10", 5-man that can shoot it, and then they can really put it on the deck, and they cut well. And I got a lot of respect for Dan. I got a lot of respect for their program. They're very, very hard to guard. And give our guys credit. You know, I thought again we were able to utilize some depth. I thought we were able to stay fresh and, you know, able to play our best ball in that last period when we needed to.
18 offensive rebounds, 22 second chance points, a big factor on the boards.
Yeah, it was big. I mean, we wanted to get on the offensive glass. I wish we'd have converted more. You know, I felt like we were getting a bunch of rebounds and throwing them out for open looks, and I wish some of those would have gone down. But I love the effort, and I thought we made some big ones late. But anytime you're getting 18 offensive rebounds in a game, that's huge.
You had to bounce back after a 25-point win on the road Saturday night over your rival Wofford. A tough team to prepare for. Is it hard to put that in your rearview mirror? As this time of the conference season, every game's a big one.
They're all huge, and, you know, it sounds like a broken record. It sounds like I say it every time, but, you know, it's on to the next. You know what I mean? You got to enjoy it for a night, and then tomorrow we got to go down and we got to play a very, very good Mercer team. And somebody I think they've lost one game at home all year. So, you know, this league will grab your attention every single night, and you got to make sure it's a fine balance. You got to have joy in the winning. There's no doubt, because winning's really, really hard. But then you got to refocus quickly. So give our guys credit. I thought they did a good job with that. I thought they carried out the game plan pretty well. Wasn't perfect, and VMI is really, really good. And so, hey, we got the job done late, and could be more proud of our team.
Coach, congrats on the win.
All right, thank you.
Furman head coach Bob Ritchie giving his thoughts as his Paladins win at 79-64 here inside Timmons Arena. Furman now 83-13 at home as the winning continues in the friendly confines. Byron App, his entire ESPN crew, for Terrence Oglesby, I'm Bryant Lambert saying so long from Greenville, where the Paladins win it by 15.